CNN anchor ignores painful reality.
Oh, Jesus.
What you just saw there is a brand new twist on America's favorite pastime, and you can see why it is taking the country by storm.
Right. So, a lot of people are focusing on the guy up there falling on his face.
Yep.
It just blows my mind that the CNN host, John Berman, doesn't even, it just continues to read what's in the prompter. We just roll it down, please.
Oh, Jesus.
What you just saw there is a brand new twist on America's favorite pastime, and you can see why it is taking the country by storm.
Is that like the greatest thing ever, Hotel? This horrible thing happens, and he's got the teleprompter going, nope, not gonna veer off, gonna read it like it actually happens. And the guy's like practically dead. The guy has and Berman's going, that's taking America by storm. Everybody's flipping on their face. By the way, Hotel, that was a player for the Savannah Bananas. They're like are they really the Harlem Globetrotters of baseball? Is that what they say?
Yeah.
I never even heard of them.
There's a lot wrong here. Like, was there like a producer that was involved in like booking him and it was like, okay, so you're gonna come on here and you can do a backflip and like that's the only thing you gotta do. I don't understand this segment. And trying to figure out who has to be fired and seeing and putting that segment together. And in Berman, it seemed like he just thoroughly enjoyed it. He's like, oh, you're just a whole dumbass. You know, he just.
But he didn't even like. I mean, I guess they're just not allowed to like offer like, oh crap, are you okay?
Okay, so here's what I was thinking. If you're trained in like show performance, then you're trained to never reveal that something has happened, right? I was like that. I grew up being a dancer, right? I cheered in the NFL. So I have fallen on my ass a million times on like rainy games and all the things. You get right back up, you cheer. You don't show the mistake. And I wonder if he was like that versus in live television where you're supposed to react and be a human. So he ended up looking like a savage robotic monster, but maybe really he was just like, the show has to go on, nothing to see here, everything's fine. But like the caveat is, what if that guy busted his, what if he's dead?
I want to ask you, you were a former pro NFL cheerleader, much like me. What did he do wrong, the actual...
He didn't get his legs up fast enough to land. So he didn't make the full rotation.
Well.
What an idiot.
Your confidence makes it sound like you could prove that, right?
Yeah. Oh, easy on the challenge, Walter.
Okay.
Could you still do that?
I too would fall flat on my face at this moment if I tried it.
Greg, I don't think he was suppressing shock. He never felt anything that I could see.
No, he did.
Or no, so I don't think he knows what a successful backflip looks like.
Yeah, he thought that was the intention.
Yeah, exactly.
It's so funny. It's like, whoa, it's taking America by storm.
Oh, they don't all look like that?
The guy came out with a gun and shot himself in the head. Wow, that is taking America by storm. And we're all over the world. People are blowing their brains out. Oh my God, this is the greatest thing I've ever seen. I know, Pagan, that was probably okay, so that's on CNN, right? This could be their future, right? This could be what they do, because the ratings are just like that chart. They should just be doing human pratfalls. Bring Stelter in a little Speedo, grease him up, roll him on the ground.
That's a luau.
Yes.
Roll him in honey and release.
The bees.
That wasn't a word.
Release the bees.
circus.
I don't know. This is actually their past. What was their slogan? The #1 name in news? Was
Yeah.
that their slogan?
Yeah.
Well, they're the #1 name in ignoring reality.
Yeah.
That is what that has been their mantra. So of course he is trained to completely ignore
Yes.
what just happened.
You know, you're right. We just saw a concentrated version of the 4 years of the Biden administration, in which CNN, they would show Joe Biden, he would be a mess, and then they'd come back and go, well, that was President Joe Biden.
Or what they did to the American people would have been the two hosts going over to the man flat on his face and going, ha 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 ha, you sucker!
No, you know what they would have done? They would have walked over to him and said, yeah, that didn't happen. No, that feels really, and if it did, it feels really, it's good. You know how they always say, like, inflation's good for you.
You know how they say Stevie Wonder isn't actually blind?
Yeah.
Maybe they're actually blind. Maybe CNN only hires blind and deaf people, and they just pipe, stuff into it.
That could be it. I don't know. I love that. I'm going to go home and watch that over and over again.
I can't stop laughing.
All right, we got to move on. Coming up.